guys, and welcome to my review of Haikyuu chapter 253, Critical Hit. Oh my god, Haikyuu was the first chapter I read today, and as soon as I had read it, I knew that no matter what I read in all the other chapters that are coming out today, I would not be as shocked as I was reading Haikyuu. Like, I don't know why I never anticipated that anyone else could have the oddball quirk, but I just didn't, and I was so shocked. You have no idea. I just sat staring at my screen for like 5 minutes being like, what the actual fuck? Cause I don't even know how to describe the thoughts that went through my head at that moment. I was just so mind blown and like, oh my god, everything about this chapter was so good because you had Takeda-sensei confirming basically what I said last chapter and last chapter again, where I was like, even though like they made number 2 in the inter-high, they might not actually be as strong as we first anticipated, because they have all these other factors that are considered. And the thing is, they might have made number 2 because they were like in an easier bracket, if that makes any sense. So like the road they had to take was like easier than the other bracket, if that makes any sort of sense. So it's not that we've like severely overestimated these guys, but we might not need to be as intimidated as we previously were, just because they had that title of number 2. It was the same with Shiratorizawa. Like, they were the best in the prefecture, but that doesn't mean that we can't beat them. We just have to be better than them and like have a counter plan. And I really liked how they had that like a really solid plan against Atsumu. Yeah, that's his name. Miya Atsumu. Because he has the 2 different types of serve. So he has the floater and he has the jump serve. And depending on how many steps he takes, you can see which one it's gonna be. But I still like that we have the Nishinoya still failing to receive the first one, the first floater, because we all know that Nishinoya is bad with overhand, so he's not that good at dealing with floaters just yet. That's the one thing that he needs to work on. But I liked how they like really done their homework on this team, so that even if they are in another league than they have more experience, they have really great players, and their teamwork is like good. They have the support, and they're just very well rounded as a team. That's obviously why they went so far in the inter-high. Karasuno has ways to deal with it because they know their tricks. They know how to counter the things that they're known for being difficult at or have their strengths at. So I really like that, because we know that Ukai has made a lot of effort to get various videos from everywhere. I think we found that out like 15-20 chapters ago, like a long time ago. We found out that he really digged hard through the videos to find everything out about their opponents. So I thought that was really great to have that. But just the ending, man, I don't even know how to like tackle that, because you have the 2 of, and it makes so much sense too, because they're twins, right? So they would have had their entire life to like plan and prepare this, and it's not like it's so hard to imagine this being a thing, because that would be the ultimate spike. And again, because it seems that this is not a move they use often. It seems this because Ukai have been watching so many of their videos, yet they all looked so shocked when they did that, so there's no way they knew about that, right? Which means that they basically took the Kageyama Hinata approach to it, but like to an extreme, because we know that after their loss to Nekoma, I think it was, they decided that the oddball quirk should be used more in like, they should ration that, because if they just used it all the time, their opponents would get used to it. Like, that was the main problem they had against Nekoma, and that's also the problem they have against Aoba Josai, Seijo, I don't know why because Seijo had experienced it when they had first started to do it, and of course they've had so many matches against them at this point that they kind of know how to deal with that, so they needed other techniques and other ways to use it for it to be efficient. And with the Mia twins, they've just used it so little that they can take their opponents, like, just blow them out of the water with this one attack. Cause now, like, not only did they use it for the first time against Karasuno, who's known for having this attack as their, like, unique thing. So they used it against them for the first time, presumably, like, in a long time. And just, like, that's gonna break their spirit, like, to some extent, because that's their move. That's, like, literally what Karasuno is known for. When you have all those scenes of, like, random people talking about Karasuno, it's all about, oh, have you seen their weird quirk? Have you seen their first year duo, Kageyama and Hinata? They have this weird quirk. And you just have them using that, and I just think that's so cool, and I was like, that was the last thing I was expecting. This chapter is, like, I haven't even read all of the chapters that are coming out today of all the things that I read, but this is gonna be my favorite chapter of anything. Like, yeah, I don't even know what could happen in Shogeki no Soma, which I haven't read yet, for it to overcome what happened in Haikyuu. Like, nothing can blow my mind as much as what happened here. I'm just, wow, I'm blown back. I don't even know what else to talk about, cause it was like, the chapter was kind of slow at first, like, just, you have the thread of Mia with his two serves, and they talk a little bit back and forth. Like, you also have Saeko questioning what the deal with Mia is because she wasn't there, and of course we need someone to question things. We also have Bokuto and Akashi talking about Hinata's presence in the court, and then we have some flashbacks to how to deal with Mia's serves and all that shit. And it's really all, like, it's the entire, like, chapter is kind of built around this serve, and then you just have, like, Mia telling Osamu, or whatever his name is, just to, like, be ready and do the attack right, and you're just like, what the hell are you talking about? And then you have the last page, which is just that quick, and you're just like, oh my god. It was so well built up, because it wasn't built up to be about that one attack. It was like a one comment in, like, the third last page, and you're like, okay, this is where they counter or something. Because the entire thing had been about the serves, and then suddenly, bam, she's just blown back by this amazing reveal. This entire chapter was just set up so well. It was set up so well to give you that what the heck effect. It was, oh, Jesus Christ. Yes. This isn't as much a review as just me, like, fangirling a lot over that final reveal there, but Jesus Christ. I hope someone else had, like, such a visceral reaction as I had, because I was just like, oh my god. That was great. It was so great. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say, because I feel like everything was just, like, about that. And then, of course, a few other things that I mentioned, but yeah. I just really thought the build-up was so great, because there wasn't any build-up. It was like, just as I said, everything was about those serves for, like, the first 15-16 pages, and then the last few pages it was just that. And you had, like, the whole page of just the reactions on Karasuno's faces, like, it was so good. It was so good. But yeah, I really liked, going back to Takeda-sensei, I really liked that he, like, agreed with me. That he confirmed what I said last week, and I don't remember when I said it, about their opponents, Inarizaki, I forgot their name, briefly. Yeah, about them possibly not being as big as a threat as we build them up to be. Of course, like, by the end of the chapter, it does seem like they have hidden attacks, they have, like, hidden things that they can use against us, but I still think that they just need to, like, not be overwhelmed, because as Daichi said when they were having trouble with the floater, I think, or when he was about to surf for the first time, I forgot when Daichi said this, but he was like, we've taken, like, worse surfs than this. They've been up against Oikawa, they've been up against Ushiwaka, who both had really great serves. If we could take that, we can surely overcome this. And I believe them. I still believe they'll win this match. Because, as I said, was it last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I said that if they should lose, I think they should lose in their actual uniforms. I don't think they should lose in orange, I think they should lose in black. So yeah, I think, yeah, they'll win this match. I'm like, still 90% certain of that. But again, I can never be 100% with Haikyuu. Haikyuu is definitely the one sports manga where I have the most difficulty predicting if our team will win or not, because I remember I think I predicted all the Kuroko no Basket matches correctly. I don't think there was a single one when I started reading the manga where I got like, oh, this team will lose or this team will win wrong. Because it was quite predictable, but again, as I talked about with Kuroko no Basket, like, for me, the matches weren't as important as just the characters. Like, everything about the characters just made my heart swell. Which is why I would like to recommend you Robot X Laser Beam. Like, I don't care what anybody says, I think that manga is great, and when we start getting the volumes, I'm gonna buy them. Like, I'm so into that at the moment. Definitely my favorite of the new things that I've been picking up, so yeah. I'll recommend that if you need some sports, and if you like Kuroko no Basket, because it definitely has great characters, the humor is great, I laugh out loud a lot of times when reading that, so yeah, it only has 8 chapters as of now, so you can pick that up quite easily. Even if you don't give a crap about golf, I really don't. I think golf is like a boring sport, but the manga's great. I think the manga's really great. But that was like a tangent. Woo! So I'm gonna stop talking now. If you liked anything that I had to say, you can leave a thumbs up on the video, leave in the comments below what you thought about the chapter and the reveal at the end, and you can subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, bye!